Analysis here. All right, Michigan State versus Boston College. This is an interesting game. Michigan State, I think, is better than people maybe thought at the beginning of the year. That win at Maryland definitely helped the prestige of who they are. However, Boston College was ranked last week, and they lost to a very good Missouri team. Now, I do not believe, yes, they are not ranked anymore. You can argue whether you should be ranked after you lose a game you're supposed to lose, but that's the nature of the AP poll for you. I think if Michigan State wins this game, I think they're ranked, right? I mean, you ranked Illinois. You have to get Indiana this week, even though Indiana plays Charlotte. It's not going to be a great opponent, but still, I mean, everything that Indiana's numbers are and how high. I mean, dude, Indiana has and I'm not trying to, go off on an Indiana tangent here, but Indiana has a higher percentage on ESPN FPI to make the playoffs than like Clemson, Michigan, and there was another Oklahoma State. Like they have a higher percentage than some of these other teams that have historically been very high and are still high this season. But Michigan State, I think if they win this game, they're putting themselves a little bit more up there in that echelon. Now, Aiden Childs is a very good talent. Don't get me wrong, but he is still young, and he does play like he's young, right? He's kind of a gunslinger. He kind of puts the ball in harm's way more times than he shouldn't. However, Nathan Carter and Katron Lynch-Adams they are both a very good tandem running back duo. Probably one of, if not the best. No, they're not the best. One of the best in the Big Ten this season. And I think it's a little bit underrated for what they're able to do. However, if Aiden Childs does get the team in trouble here and throw too many interceptions and get picked off too much, Boston College is going to do what Maryland couldn't do, which is capitalize on those turnovers and make you pay for them. Michigan State has got to do a better job of protecting the ball in this one and putting their defense in good spots, because their defense is good. Their defense has some good players on it, but they have to be in good spots. Zach, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I feel like it's really hard for me to trust Michigan State because of the youth at quarterback. And it has nothing to do with the talent. Like, I think
the way the ball comes off his hand, dude, he is uber talented. You're right. It's just it's youth.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's the issue is it's not just youth for Childs, it's the lack of continuity that you're getting everybody together. And so it's hard for me to think, well, can Michigan State beat this Boston College team? That being said, I am skeptical of how good Boston College really is because they got ranked on the backs of a ranked win against Florida State. Florida State stinks. And like
some would argue they're just cursed.
Yeah, I think
the guy has to eat the poop. I'm not trying to get on tangent, but I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go throw up now. The fact that people want him to do it is just awful. I'm sorry. Like, yeah. Anyway, I should be better with that stuff with having 3 kids, but that's besides the point. I just don't know how good Boston College is. And even with the close loss against Mizzou, it kind of felt like they got up early. Mizzou kind of took some time to get going, and then they kind of turned it on. And it was 27-14 late. They scored to make it look more respectable. So I feel like I don't have a good read on this because I'm like, is Michigan State, like, are they starting to gel? And if they start to gel, are they actually just the better team? And is Boston College a little bit of fool's gold? I went with the more experienced quarterback and maybe the more experienced team in general. And I think Michigan State's going to get themselves in trouble. And I don't think Childs is going to be able to save them like he did against Maryland. I've got Boston College in a low scoring game, 20-17.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad pick. I have Boston College 27-17. I really like some of the talent that Michigan State has, and I really like the coaching job that Jonathan Smith has done. I look at it and I say, I think that Aiden Childs is probably going to throw a pick or two.
Yep.
And when that happens, like I said, I think Boston College is going to capitalize on it. I think they're probably going to get at least one touchdown for 2 picks if that happens. And they're probably going to get a field goal on the other one. And so I really like Nick Marsh. I think that, he's an outstanding freshman this season. But you look at what this Michigan State team has been, they've won off that defense, doing a good job even in pressure situations. I don't know if I like this defense more than I like the passing attack of Boston College. Now, they haven't been able to run the ball super well, but the key here for Michigan State is going to be getting pressure on the quarterback, getting pressure on Boston
Mhm.
College's quarterback. They have 11 sacks on the season, which is very good. I think that's like top 10 in the nation. I just had it pulled up. Yeah, that's tied for sixth in the nation. 11 sacks.
Yep.
The only Big Ten team with more is Indiana, who we were just talking about. So 11 sacks in the season. That's fantastic. That's what you want to see. But can they get to the quarterback enough against Boston College? I'm not even just talking about sacks. I'm saying also pressures, hitting the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, making him move around in the pocket. If they're able to do that, I like Michigan State's chances a lot more
Yep.
because I think Michigan State will then, be able to put themselves in advantageous situations on third down, but they also might be able to get some turnovers as well, which is definitely going to help out Aiden Childs and this rushing attack. To me, Michigan State can't get down early. You have to
Yep.
be able to ride this rushing attack. You can't rely on Aiden Childs to throw the ball all over the field. That's when the interceptions are going to happen. If you can stay close, stay within a field goal for the first half and not get down too much, I think they have a chance. But if you see Boston College come out and score two quick scores and Michigan State is down 10 to nothing, 14 to nothing, I think they're in some more trouble there.
Yeah. I'll just say this. Both of us are obviously picking Boston College, but I agree with you. I think it's going to be very telling if Michigan State's lines hold up and are overpowering like they did a little bit against Maryland. I think if that happens, that's that's when I start to think, okay, Michigan State has a real chance not just to win, but win decisively. Because if they have that edge on the lines and they can just run at them, that then becomes really tough. And I think Castellanos can be is, I think he protects the ball well enough, but I think that could be a tough ask for Boston College to have to deal with a team that they can't stop running the ball.
And I will give credit to Boston College. Boston College has had a good run defense so far this
Yeah.
season. It's not been anything spectacular, but it's been good. Michigan State has got to be able to run the ball because if
Yep.
you cannot find that success, you're going to have to rely completely on Aiden Childs' arm, and I think you rely on that too much, he's going to turn the ball over. Now, he
Mhm.
could prove me wrong. Aiden Childs come out there and throw the ball 40 times and not have a single pick. If he does that, more power to him. This Michigan State team is way better than we think they are. And they're better than we thought they were against Maryland, too, because I'm pretty sure you and I picked
Yep.
Maryland in that
We
game. Both
both
of us
picked
picked them,
Maryland.
too. So, but we'll see. Maybe Jonathan Smith and Michigan State will just keep doing what they have to do to win. Maybe they don't do it in the fanciest fashion ever, but they just keep doing what they have to do to win. So